Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm out in my crescent shoalie here on the side of the river, and I actually just caught my first fish of the day. I'm up in North Georgia going after some shoal bass. The one I caught was actually a spotted bass. There are a good bit of those in here too, and a few largemouth, but basically today I got 4 rods with me, 2 rods with a Choppo, 2 rods with a Helgermite, 2 of my biggest, confidence lures in the river. And the first fish I caught was on the Choppo 105. I was gonna try to kind of use that more today, to try to target some bigger fish with that little bit bigger size Choppo than I typically use. So anyway, it already got me a decent little fish, and we're just starting to float. So hopefully we'll be on some more. There's one. Nice. First fish of the day. It's gonna be a shoal bass. Oh, spot. Hey, I'll take it though. Oh gosh. Great. Come in here. Okay. This is river kayaking for you. All right, not a bad fish to start off. Probably like a 14.5-inch spotted bass. So there's definitely a lot of shoal bass in here, but there's also a lot of spotted bass and some largemouth. But I'll take it. Not a bad first fish of the day. And I haven't even filmed the intro yet, but I'll probably do that here in a second. All right, that was a nice little topwater hit by this guy. If I got a fish on the Choppo within the first 10 minutes, I mean, it might have to be a Choppo day. There he goes. He'll find his way back. He's kind of on the edge of the river, but it's hard for me to like stop right here. There we go. Perfect. Right where I thought he'd be. As soon as it came over the log. Pretty nice shoal bass. I think it's a shoal bass. Come on, get in the net. There we go. Let's go, dude. Good looking shoalie. Maybe 16-incher or so. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's classic. I cast it over that log, expected to hit as soon as it came over, and it was exactly just textbook place for a river bass to be. I said this in one of my last Choppo videos. There's another log right here. I bet there could have been another one right there. I don't think he's as long as I thought he was. He might be 16, maybe 15.5, but he's so fat. Like, he might actually be close to 2 pounds. Probably more like 1.75 pounds. Yeah, that is an absolute football right there. He was so fat. I knew he was like a solid fish. I think, because he was so fat, I thought he was going to be a little bigger than this, but that's still a very solid shoal bass. All right, I'm gonna see how much he weighs. I think he's close to 2 pounds because of how fat he is. 1.13 pounds, so yeah, he's about 1.75 pounds. What I initially thought. All right, I got out my kayak just to release him a little easier. These shoalies sure are some special fish. Definitely a special fish we have here in Georgia that you can hardly catch anywhere else. There he goes. Oh, there's one. Smaller. You hit it twice. Oh, it might come off. Little shoal bass. Okay, so this 105, I'm definitely liking so far. I mean, I've caught 3 fish pretty fast, and I even got a little guy still. All right, smaller one, but that's the species we're after. Probably like a little 12-inch shoal bass. I'm not gonna worry about putting this one on the board or weighing him or anything though. There he goes. Oh, dang, I had one hit it. Dang. That one wasn't that big, but it was definitely big enough to eat a lure. All right, well, that's the first instance where I'm thinking, like, if I had the smaller Choppo, might have had that fish, but it was also a small fish. Oh my gosh. There's another one following it that didn't hit it. That was definitely one following it. Oh my gosh, right there. I don't know if that was the one that was following or not. Holy cow, he's good. I need to use the net. Oh my gosh. I think this is bigger. This might be a spot. Oh gosh. Might be some sort of hybrid. Or he's just a shoalie. Dude. Oh, he didn't hit it when I went over the log. No, I think it's a spot, yeah. It's a nice spot. Wow. He nailed that thing right there. Oh my gosh. That will get your heart racing, man. That's what you love about fishing. That's what I love about fishing. I'm sure a lot of you guys do too. Well, there you go, guys. There's a solid fish. I've only been out here for like a little over an hour. Already caught 4 fish, 2 of which are pretty solid. This guy was like kind of barely 16 inches. And it might be hard for you guys to tell, but this is actually a spot shoalie hybrid. It mainly resembles a spotted bass, but when you put it in the water, it's easier to tell. There's like some vertical bars, some faint vertical bars. And wow, and the side of it right here, it's like kind of green looking. I don't know. It's a funky looking fish, but definitely a hybrid and a solid bass. All right, y'all might kind of be able to see the vertical bars a little more now. Definitely a hybrid. Let him go. Oh, he's blasting off. And I got out here a lot earlier than I usually do. Typically when I do river floats, I don't get on the water super early. Today I got on the water pretty early and the topwater bite's really good. So I don't know if that's the reason or if today is just a good day for topwater. Oh shoot, I thought that log was underwater. Maybe it barely is, but it's not as deep as I thought and I got stuck. That cast would have gone over 3 logs. That could have been a good cast. Oh well. Looks like we got a good sized rapid right here. Sounded pretty loud. I was like, looks like a little shelf. Should I just go down it? I don't know. Never been here before. I don't really know. All right, I think I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, just go for it, Aaron. We got it. Yeah, that was easy. That was easy. Sometimes I get a little nervous. That wasn't even much of a drop, really. That's what this shoalie is made for. I get nervous on rapids, especially if I haven't been down it before. Oh, there's fish. Man, I didn't even feel him or hear him hit it. I guess I didn't hear him is what I mean. Oh my gosh. This shoalie must have like barely nipped at it. That's one way to hook him. You know, sometimes if you swiped at it, he could have like had it like that and it just came out, but little tiny shoalie. So, I mean, you can hook the tiny ones still. Even if you hook him in the side. There he goes. Oh, I had a little one. Another little one. He definitely felt the hooks. Oh my gosh, no. It wasn't that big, I don't think, but certainly big enough to get hooked. I might have to throw the Helgam right in there. Oh my gosh, right there. Man, it's a solid one. What is it? I think it's a really pale shoalie, I can't tell. Oh, don't come off, let's go. Oh my gosh. Dude, I've had a couple hits at the boat. I made a video on the Choppo recently, and I was talking about how they most of the time hit it right after it hits the water, pretty soon after, but I've had 2 hit at the boat today. And I was watching a podcast with Hunter Shryak about the Berkley Choppo, and he was talking about how they'll hit it at the boat sometimes. So, I don't know. I mean, I might have to reel it all the way in a little more often. Well, that's another, you know, decent little one, maybe 14.5 incher. Definitely a pale shoal bass, but it's still a nice little fish, and it is awesome when they just nail it at the boat like that. Always surprises you a little. Looks like he's ready to go. There he goes. Come on. There we go. I literally called that. I knew there's... Oh! Dude, spoke too soon. I mean, I did get a hit right there. It just came off. That spot looked really good. There's another one. See if I can actually get this one in. Oh, that area looks good. This is a bass? Yeah, definitely a bass. Come on. It's a shoalie this time. The other one was a spot, I think. Oh my gosh. Or no, the other one might have been a shoalie actually, but this one's bigger. If I had to lose one of the two, at least I lost the smaller one. Ooh, that's probably a 16-incher. Maybe actually 16. Oh yeah. This guy, I think he's 16 probably. Definitely the biggest mouth of the shoalies we've caught today. Maybe not quite as fat as the first one we caught. All right, best fish of the day. He was right at 16 inches. He's probably about 2 pounds. Maybe I'll have to weigh him just to see, but that's solid shoal bass. We had that one come off, unfortunately, at the boat, and then a couple casts later, this guy nailed it. It says he's a pound 13, so same as the other one. Well, there's a lot of glare right here. Can't really see the fish, but there he goes. Is that a striper? Dude, I might have just seen a striper. I saw something big. Oh. Oh. Are you kidding? There's a spot right there. Oh, right there. Spot. Not surprised you got a spot in this slowish section. I haven't had much luck in the slow section, which is, you know, kind of expected. Oh, he literally jumped out of the net. How did he do that? It's not a bad one. This might be another, like, I think he's got to be over 15. Might be another, like, 16. Can't tell. Yeah, it might be 16 inches. He's kind of long and skinny. All right, y'all. Best fish of the day at 16¼ inches. Best fish of the day lengthwise, anyway. One of those fish we caught earlier, maybe a few of them were probably bigger than this guy because these spotted bass are a lot more kind of slender, especially this one, than the shoal bass. But I'll take it, man. I mean, that Choppo, the Choppo 105, has been putting in some work today. Let this one go. So I'm kind of in a little slower area right here, and sometimes that's where those spotted bass will be instead of the shoalies. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. What is that, dude? Could that be a striper? Like, that was such a big hit. You know, fish can make themselves seem way bigger with how aggressively they'll hit a topwater, so it's not like that was definitely a striper or anything. But probably was a pretty decent bass. All right, well, as you can tell, I'm not out on the river anymore. I did a shorter float today. I was basically just throwing the chopper around the whole time. It definitely worked a lot better at the beginning of the float, and I got out there pretty early, a lot earlier than I usually do when I do river floats. A lot of the time, I don't get out on the water until like midday if I'm doing a river float, but today I got out there around 8 a.m. and the topwater bite was definitely on fire. That part of the river at the beginning was definitely better too, so I don't know if it was just that part of the river or if it was the fact that I was out there earlier that the topwater bite was better, but I'm gonna have to get out earlier a little bit here soon and see if that really does help the fishing. I mean, you know, typically topwater fishing in like lakes and ponds, you definitely want to be out there early, but rivers with that colder water and all that shade on the edge, you can typically catch fish throughout the day on topwater, at least up in the North Georgia mountains where I am. But I was definitely happy with that Berkley Choppo 105 today. I typically use like the 75 or the 90 in rivers, but that 105 I think did give me some bigger strikes. You know, I caught 3 like 16 inchers, which are not big fish, but they're like solid ones. So I was happy about that. I did have quite a few hits though that like they would hit it multiple times and not get hooked. And I would throw the Helgramite in there as a follow-up bait, and they weren't really hitting the Helgramite as a follow-up bait. So let me know down below what you like to use as a follow-up bait when you're throwing the Choppo. I was kind of thinking like maybe a Wacky rig or a fluke would have been better. You know, I had 2 spinning rods, both with Helgramites on them, and I'm like, maybe I should have just had Helgramite on one and then like a follow-up bait, like a fluke, Wacky rig, or whatever you guys recommend down below. I might have to do next time. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching.